Alright, I saw this tip on the internet and I just thought I would make a video about it because I think it's kind of interesting and cool, and it'll build a lot of confidence. At least in me it will. Last bow season, I was shooting lighted nocks, but I didn't want to run the battery down. So what I would do is I would practice with normal nocks, and then I would want to hunt with these lighted nocks. The problem is though, is that these lighted nocks have a battery on them, so they're slightly heavier than just this plastic nock. So the thing that I found on the internet was, if you take, this happens to be 14 gauge wire, and what I'll do is put that, super glue that inside this nock so that the weight is the same. I weighed these all out. I weighed this on a scale, I weighed this on a scale, and then I figured out how much wire, then I cut enough to fit my arrows. The reason I wasn't confident in shooting lighted nocks at deer last fall was because this is 21 grains, which isn't much, but it's enough for me to not be confident in how much that arrow will drop compared to this little green nock without the wire. So what I'm going to do is pull all these nocks out of these arrows, glue the wire inside of these nocks, and then push my nock back in, and that will simulate the additional weight from the lighted nock, and it'll be in the proper location on the back of the arrow rather than wherever else you could add weight or however else you would add weight. So I'm gonna get to gluing here. One additional thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark where that indicator is on my arrow. It's roughly cock feather up, but all my feathers are the same, my veins are the same. So I'm gonna mark it where that indicator might be, because I have already tuned these arrows, or they're pretty close. So if I mark it, I'll get the nock back in the same, and hopefully they will group the same. So I'm gonna mark them with this silver Sharpie. Alright, I got all of them marked. And this may not be necessary, but it'll help me sleep at night, I guess. Alright, so here's the first few I got done. I got the nock, the wires in there, and some glue in there. And I pushed them in there pretty good, so they should be pretty snug, and then hopefully that glue will hold them in. Because that wire will have some inertia on impact, so if it stops too fast, I don't know, it might yank it out if you don't got enough glue. I guess worst case here, if this doesn't work or whatever happens, I can just get new nocks for like a couple bucks and put new nocks on my arrows, and then I'll just not shoot lighted nocks. But I thought I'd try it and we'll see what happens here. Alright, here they are. I got, I don't know how, there must be 10 there. There's as many as I got arrows. But the guy on the internet, he accounted for the weight of the glue. I'm not going to be that picky, because how much can it actually weigh? It's like just a little dab. But I'm going to stick them back in there after they dry a little bit, and then I'm going to go shoot my bow and see what they do. Well, here they are. There is one next to the actual lighted nock. I think this is a nocturnal. I can't remember. It's not a Burt's Coyote. I think it's just a nocturnal. The pink one. I mean, it's pretty much the exact same length and everything. That's 14 gauge wire, like I said. But it's pretty much the exact same. I'm going to put it in there and shoot them. Well, I was shooting for the dot here. There's my first group. You can see the lighted nock right here. 3 more arrows. I don't know. We'll see here. I'm going to keep shooting. I think it's been a while since I shot my bow, so I'm not going to count this as a actual test trial. Well, that's my second group at 20 yards. Like I said, that first one I'm going to throw out. This one I'm a lot more comfortable with, but I'm going to shoot a few more and see, just to make sure. I also got a new stabilizer on my bow. That was the first time I shot with the stabilizer and these weighted arrows, so I don't know if that is going to make a difference or not. We'll see. Here's the new stabilizer I got. I had an old green one. This is just a limb saver. I think it's a S coil or something like that. I had an old camouflage one, but it got so hot that it actually like melted off of my bow in my car one day when it was real hot. So I just got this one. Red matches the accents, so that's my Matthews DXT. I've had that for a long time. It's killed a lot of deer. There's my third group. I may have flinched on that, but this is where the group was before. So now I'm shooting over here. My bow's not quite sighted in perfect. I just got a new HHA and I'm sighting it on the 20 yards, then I gotta walk back to 60 so I can pick my tape. I still haven't picked my tape yet. So that's what I'm kind of working on at the same time here.